something that I had when I listened to when I was a little girl, y'all. Yeah. You know I'm getting ready to break, right? And it goes a little something like this. Hello, this is Rose. Welcome to my channel. Sit tight, listen up. I'm about to spit. Chicks and flexing, maybe move and flex my POV. This HOV now. This is my lane, my brain. No channel, no switching lanes, no flat. Welcome, y'all. Woo! All right now. Y'all sit tight for that video. It's getting ready to come. Yeah. Appreciate y'all. Love y'all. Alright guys, this is Rose. Welcome back to another video. Another drop! Anyway guys, I just want to talk about my initial impressions after reading the instructions and spending a day with the Zhiyun Smooth 4. Okay, this is going to be really quick. And I also want to comment a few about on another phone that I tried. I currently tried it on my Pixel 2 XL, but because I read a few comments on a couple of other pages, people were having issues with the S9, so I'm going to discuss that as well. I don't have an S9, but we do have an S9 in the household, and I just tested that out, and I'll give you my impressions on that. But it was real quick, so it's not an overall comprehensive type test on that. I do apologize. Anyway, just realized when looking in the camera that I got a bump here. Ignore it. Please ignore it. So anyway, the pros. Well, let's start. Let me preface this by saying when I first downloaded the app, I had issues with the Bluetooth connection, and I think it may have had something to do with not having on my location, but my partner said she didn't have the location on the S9, so I was just having a lot of issues initially with the Bluetooth connection. And let's actually start with the cons first, since I discussed the Bluetooth connections. So one of the issues that I have is I have a large phone. Okay, a large phone, the Pixel 2 XL, and it was very difficult for me to slide my phone into the phone clamp. It was just difficult. I almost felt like I was either going to break my phone or the actual gimbal itself. Another issue is poor instructions. When I opened the manual, it initially said something about calibrating, but it didn't really give you instructions on calibrating. So I had to go to a YouTube video and test that out, but it still really didn't work. But I got it to, work for me. But sometimes it doesn't always, when I click the trigger button, it doesn't always go into the home position like I'd like. Another issue is manual vertigo. I tried the manual vertigo because I just couldn't master quite the points. Call those points? Those waypoints? I couldn't master the waypoint. I mean, it was easy for me to actually plug in the points, but when it comes to the actual movements, it just didn't work out for me. So I still have to practice that. But as far as the manual vertigo, on my phone, when I moved the knob here on the right, it wasn't smooth. I mean, the actual knob was smooth, but the video was choppy for me. I did watch another video where the guy had I think he has iPhone 10 or iPhone 10, iPhone X, where he tried it on an S9 and an iPhone. And he did mention the same thing, that the manual vertigo movement was choppy. So those are my cons with that. But overall, I'm so impressed with this gimbal. I am absolutely, for a beginner, a novice, this Zhiyun is perfect for me. It's the first thing I'll say about it is it's user-friendly. User-friendly. Not only is the gimbal user-friendly, but the UI on the app. The UI on the app is basic, but it's user-friendly. So, I mean, I'm sure. I just got an update today. I haven't really noticed any changes. I haven't really looked into it because I was outside testing on the S9. But that's one thing that I noticed. It's just user-friendly. Not only the control panels, the triggers, the movements. It's just really user-friendly. kind of pick up some things by yourself. After the initial issues with the Bluetooth connection, this has stayed, my phone has stayed connected throughout. It's been perfect. The control panel, I like the fact that the control, I can actually hold this gimbal with one hand easily and touch all the buttons. I know some people were saying that I hold it higher so I can't, so there's no adjustments throughout the throughout me filming. So I hold it higher up where my hands are placed comfortably on the triggers, as well as the menu where I can access everything with my thumb, with the exception of the dial on the left. I do have to use my hand for that, but as far as the control panel and the pan follow and the lock and the actual start, I mean on and off button, the power on and off button, it's awesome. It's really easy to navigate with one hand. Another good feature about it that ties into working with one hand is the fact that it's light. I'm not a spec person, but it does seem like it's really light. I haven't compared it to any other gimbals, but for me, I haven't had to put it down and rest. It's like, no, I didn't have to do that. So those are some of the things that I have come along in terms of have experienced in my few days of use. I've had it, like I said, 2 or 3 days, and all the different menu features work for me. The 180, the 180, the pan features, the time lapse, and I'm going to put some clips of some of that stuff here. The only thing that I haven't mastered is the vertigo, and it's not the software, it's me. I gotta figure that part out, but I haven't had any issues with using any of those. And some of the videos that I add, you'll see the actual movement of the camera without me even. After I set everything up, it just moves on its own. So it's great. The time lapse for me is going to be great because I go to a lot of sporting events, and I just want to I'll be able to just sit the camera there and allow it to do its thing. I do drive from one side of town to the other, and it's just a nice piece. As far as durability, it is plastic and parts of it metal. I'm real cautious with my things, so I don't imagine me breaking anything. I do absolutely love the tripod. The tripod, it was a great little feature that they added. It is made of plastic, but I mean, if you're gentle and you gentle with your technology, whether it's your cell phone or your gimbal or anything else, I mean, I'm just that way. So that's my experience with the Smooth 4. It's been absolutely a blast to have this, and I can't wait to experience more and learn more. I'm trying to learn different movements. I'm studying up on these YouTube videos, trying to learn different movements so I can incorporate those in my videos. I don't do a whole lot of editing to my videos, so I try to do everything pre-production as opposed to post-production. I visualize everything in my mind how I want it, and then look forward to little short movies. I do have a little short movie in mind, so I'm going to try to, with this gimbal, I'm going to try to make it happen. So anyway, guys, towards the end of this video, again, I'm going to insert some clips of the 180, my failed attempt at the vertigo shot. There's a couple of time-lapse scenes here. So tell me what you think, guys. Are you happy with this? Are you having some of those issues that other people are having as far as connection, not being able to use? I haven't experienced any of those issues that people are saying about Android. I just haven't, other than the initial not connecting, but this has worked for me. I don't know. I don't know if the S9 is just the issue. I haven't heard of anybody else talking about any other type of Android phone, but the Pixel 2 XL, just fine, folks. So anyway, leave your comments if you don't mind sharing. I would appreciate that. And also, if you could just subscribe, that would be great as well. If not, I appreciate you for coming through. Thank you. Alright, guys, and I almost forgot to mention the S9. On the S9, as far as inserting it into the phone clamp, it was pretty easy. It's a smaller phone. It wasn't the S9 Plus, it's the actual S9. So that was easy. Couple of things. It was a quick, instantaneous connection to the Bluetooth. Some of the features, I don't know if it was necessarily me or the app, but it did film in 4K. So people were having issues with that. Not sure what that is, but it did film in 4K for us. The 180 worked. The 180 pan worked. For me, the I think it was a 333, but you know which one it is. I think that was me. I hit the wrong button here. I really do believe it didn't work. But the, let's see here. The vertigo, of course, that was me, but it did connect. It did connect and act as though it wanted to work. I mean, I made a video, but it didn't get that vertigo effect. But again, that was just user error. Let's see here. The time-lapse scenes worked. I don't know what issues people are having with, unless they just have poor connection. I don't know. But everything worked just fine on the S9 as well as the Pixel 2 XL. So these people that saying they're having issues, I don't know what they are, because everything worked from the control panel, not on the screen, but from the control panel through the app. So anyway, let me know your thoughts, folks. Again, thank you for coming, and I will see you on the next one. Appreciate it.